The last 6 months we've seen an explosion in the usage of digital media and technologies. And the ADAPT Centre really focuses on the next generation. How we can empower ourselves to be able to use that technology and live in a balanced digital society, where we can not just be driven by technologies, but we can drive technologies for our own empowerment. The Centre really focuses on 3 areas. And the first area is looking at the technologies itself. How can we really process digital technology, whether it be video, text, image, speech, and the more new ones, virtual reality and augmented reality? How can we actually look at those next generation technologies and how can we bring them together? Because as we've known today, we're seeing these things fusing together. It doesn't matter if the technology is in one language or in one medium, it gets translated and transformed into another medium straight away. So we look at all of those technologies to drive the next generations. The second aspect is how does that actually help and empower an individual? What are the problems that we have? You know that today, sometimes we feel we're driven by digital technology, how we can actually be automated by digital technology. Well, actually, we want to be able to use technology for our own devices, have an agency where this technology is supporting us. If we're going to do that, we have to look at things like personalization. We have to look at things like how we can interact with avatars, interact with agents, interact with VR and AR, so that it becomes more natural to us. And the third is, if we're all doing that, how does that, or what does that mean for society? How do we look at the data governance? How do we look at the privacy issues? How do we look at the ways in which we can integrate these mediums, but not be driven by them, but actually have us drive them? In terms of reaching these goals, ADAPT believes in a multidisciplinary approach. That's why as the ADAPT Centre, we have academics from the law schools, from humanities, from ethics, from psychology, from sociology, as well as the leading scientists in the country. Examples of our research include being able to extract knowledge from video sources, to be able to identify objects and to be able to reason about them. For example, we worked with AIR to be able to use video and mapping technology to uniquely identify where their assets are across the island of Ireland. We're also looking at artificial intelligence and specifically looking at how we can do machine learning with less data. Today, AI uses huge amounts of data and it all seems to be getting bigger and bigger. What we're trying to do is protect privacy and to lower the carbon footprint of doing this AI processing so we can do more with less. We're also looking at how we can reason across silos of information to be able to draw that information together and make inferences. For example, in the COVID-19 pandemic, with the Irish government and with OSI, we looked at how we can bring that information together to be able to reason about it and then deliver it onto the government's website. Another aspect of our research is to analyze information on the web and be able to identify fake news, to look for misinformation and be able to look at the provenance of the information and be able to look at the veracity and integrity of that information. In ADAPT, we believe we're facing significant challenges in climate change, in health, in building a resilient economy, and also in helping Ireland live in this digital age. We're delighted to announce the 32.7 million investment. The investment in higher education and research is vital, both to create new jobs, but also to help Ireland live successfully in a digital age. This new funding will not only allow us to create new breakthroughs in technology and enable technology transfer into our Irish economy, but it also enables us to train the next generation of researchers and innovators for Ireland.